Here's the thing, as you have potentially already observed, I quite enjoy fashion dolls. I'm not going to do a full rundown of the history of fashion dolls here, I promise. Here we have just a selection of some of the dolls that I have currently. Real ones also know that I have every Mary Jane Watson fashion doll. There is a intense underutilization of the use of fashion dolls as a marketing tool. For the uninitiated, Barbie has been literally everything. She has worked on the Enterprise. She's been a race car driver twice. She's run for president like several times. Barbie will also often create tie-in dolls. Adam West has a Barbie doll. The point is that they've made fashion dolls of fucking everything, which is why it especially blows my mind that Doctor Who has never had a fashion doll line. Walk with me. In July of 2017, there was a huge historic announcement, which everyone was super normal about, and there were no weird think pieces about, and there still to this day are not weird think pieces about, I promise. Don't look it up. Doctor Who got its first female doctor. As played by Jodie Whittaker. In celebration of Jodie Whittaker's first series on the show, in 2018, Mattel unveiled a special collector's edition 13th Doctor Barbie doll. I would love to say that I have this doll, but as of right now, it's on the list of things I really want but cannot financially justify. If you're wondering why Mattel released a doll to celebrate the first female Doctor, Mattel has this whole line where they celebrate important women throughout history, and Jodie Whittaker's Doctor makes the cut as being, a historic, unprecedented casting. 12th Doctor, played by Peter Capaldi, was largely not considered marketable by the BBC and got significantly less merchandising than either Matt Smith or David Tennant had in previous years. When it comes to the 13th Doctor, there was clearly an attempt to start bringing back that 2000s idea of the Doctor Who section, and I think that they really missed the mark here by not creating a dedicated Doctor Who fashion doll line. Technically, there have been Doctor Who toys with removable fashion created in the 12-inch scale, 12 inches being the traditional scale of your average fashion doll. Like Barbie runs in the 12-inch scale. But the thing about Doctor Who toys that have been produced with removable clothes in the 12-inch scale in the past is that they are not marketed as fashion dolls, and they don't even really look like fashion dolls. Something about fashion dolls of real people is that they are very often stylized. The 12-inch action figures that they have released periodically over the years are a little bit more realistically proportioned, and they are marketed towards boys. They just basically put on the shelves as if they are like big versions of the regular action dolls. There are no fashion packs. This line that came out to align with Series 3 is especially funny to me because there is two women in this set. One of them is Novice Haim, who is a cat, and the other one is Martha Jones, and she does not have brushable hair. It's very funny to me to make like a 12-inch doll line with removable clothes and market them towards boys, and then like completely miss the mark and just have them all be like these ugly fucking aliens. Don't get me wrong, I kind of want all of these, but like this is not the kind of thing that a little girl would see and decide that that would make them invested in the show. They've also done these Big Chief action figures. Here is one. This is the Clara one. She comes with several accessories. Her bracelet is removable, her clothes are removable. The only thing that separates her from a fashion doll is, number one, she does not have brushable hair, and number two, she is absurdly priced, and also she was marketed towards like male collectors. One of my favorite things to do is refer to these Big Chief action figures as dolls, because some men get like really mad. I'm sorry, this is a fucking doll. She has removable stockings. If you have one of these, you own a doll. Even funnier, the Big Chief version of the Amy Pond doll does have brushable hair. Personally, I think they should go the extra mile and just start releasing fashion packs for these. I think it'd be awesome. In the realm of Doctor Who fashion dolls, there are also the toner dolls. They were full released of 10th Doctor, Martha Jones, Gwen Cooper, and Jack Harkness. Technically, Gwen and Jack are Torchwood dolls, but like they're Doctor Who related. Inexplicably, these dolls came out in 2010 after David Tennant had regenerated into Matt Smith, and between Torchwood seasons. Miracle Day didn't come out until 2011. These had brushable hair and removable clothes, and if you're not familiar with like doll collecting, toner dolls are very explicitly not toys. They are collector dolls. Also, toner dolls do not run in the classic 12-inch scale. I wish I could say that I have a Doctor Who toner doll, but they're kind of hard to come by. I mean, if someone wants to get me the Martha one, that would be fantastic. What I do have is, this is Kirsten Dunst's Mary Jane Watson, specifically from Spider-Man 3, and you'll notice that she is significantly larger than your average fashion doll. Just as a point of reference, Aurora is like your average scale 12-inch fashion doll, and this is the size of a toner doll. these things are fucking massive. The point being, in terms of mid-budget, true fashion dolls for little girls, there aren't any. And it's kind of weird. It feels like there's like a gap in the market. Doctor Who has such a rich foundation for storytelling, and I truly think that marketing like a fashion doll line towards young girls would do wonders for the brand. There are some incredibly fashionable Doctor Who companions. You could release like fashion packs, you could release like little play sets. I think it would also be a cool way to like get young kids, not just little girls, but like young kids in general on board for the classic show. In recent years, I've seen a lot more like classic Who merchandise. They've been selling a lot of like packs that have like 2 or 3 like classic companions. I would love to see that kind of thing in doll form. Like, it truly blows my mind that this is not something that they have already done. The Chibnall era of the show did this whole like marketing push centered around little girls and how they could now identify with the Doctor. So the fact that they didn't then consider making like toys marketed towards little girls is kind of insane to me. As I was kind of sitting down and thinking about like the concept of like a Doctor Who fashion doll, I kind of started like imagining like what a Doctor Who fashion doll line would even look like. So here is my pitch. Typically, fashion doll lines will usually debut with like 4 to 6 dolls, which means that the dolls you have on launch, those Wave 1 dolls, you need to be very careful about who they are, because if those ones don't sell well, you're not producing anymore. Let's discuss who would be in the first wave of a theoretical Doctor Who fashion doll line. Clara Oswald in her Time of the Doctor outfit. I feel like this outfit is a fairly safe choice because she technically wore it in 2 episodes. I feel like this is an outfit that I see cosplayers wear a lot. You can include like accessories, you can include like a little hat, a turkey, and even like a phone, so that little girls can recreate that heartbreaking final conversation she has with the 11th Doctor. Sarah Jane Smith in her outfit from The Hand of Fear, the outfit that also happened to inspire the look today. Thanks for noticing. I feel like this is also a fairly recognizable look. I feel like for a first wave, it's important to have a fairly even mix of like multiple different eras of the show. The Sarah Jane doll could also include like little accessories. You can include like a little hand and like her hour plush and a map detailing how to get from Aberdeen to Croydon. The 13th Doctor, listen, if it's the first wave of a Doctor Who fashion doll line, you need to include the Doctor. Rose Tyler in her Series 4 outfit. I'm not even like a big Rose fan, but like I can't deny that she does have like a huge impact in terms of the show, and for a lot of people, this is what a Doctor Who companion is. So you kind of need to have her like really early on in the line. Going into like a hypothetical Wave 2, I would include Mel as she appears in Paradise Towers. The reason why I would include Mel is because she's actually recently made quite a few appearances in the current version of the show, so there's like reinvigorated interest in Mel as a character. Romana 2 in her Destiny of the Daleks outfit. Romana 2 has a lot of like really good outfits, but the reason why I chose specifically her outfit from Destiny of the Daleks is because this outfit is very doctory. I remember the first time I ever saw a photo of Romana 2, I was absolutely mesmerized by this coat because it was like the Doctor's coat but pink. Amy Pond in her outfit from The Time of Angels, Flesh and Stone. I did consider saying her outfit from Victory of the Daleks, but I feel like her outfit from Victory of the Daleks is a little samey with some of the previous outfits. Yaz Khan from Revolution of the Daleks. Some people are going to think it's controversial that I'm saying that like Yaz Khan should be in like a Wave 2 fashion doll line, but my argument for that is that she's actually now currently the longest running companion. And also, if you've already released a 13th Doctor doll, you may as well also release a Yaz Khan doll so that the little girls can make them kiss and awaken something in themselves that they're not going to be able to address for another 15 years. River's Song in her outfit from the Pandoric Opens / The Big Bang. I'm thinking like you can't sell this one with a blaster because it's a fashion doll, and so I am suggesting we sell this one with like a horse separately from the other waves. I then think at this point it would be appropriate to release like a 15th Doctor with a fashion pack. Shooty's Doctor has like a different outfit every episode. It just makes sense. His hairstyle tends to also change, so you could probably sell like different variants of this doll just with like different haircuts. Wave 3, I suggest we should have like a Ruby Sunday in her outfit from Space Babies because it's her best outfit. Regardless of how you feel about Ruby, she is like a fairly recent companion. So for a lot of little girls, she would be recognizable. And she's pretty, which is all that really matters for little girls when it comes to buying dolls. If you're selling like a 15th Doctor, you also kind of need to sell like a companion to go with him so that you can use those companions in imaginative play with that doll. I think it'd be really funny if the Ruby doll sold with like a street sign or like a snow machine, you know, play features. Martha Jones in her outfit from like the Shakespeare Code to Evolution of the Daleks. I don't really like this outfit that much, and I know every Martha figure has this, but I mean, if it's the first Martha doll you're selling, you kind of need to do this outfit first before you can do everything else. In my head, there would be another Martha doll released like probably like 2 years later, and that would be like her Doctor outfit. Donna Noble in her outfit from the Stolen Earth and Journey's End. Like, to me, this is just like Donna's outfit. Even though technically it's a different episode, you could also sell this one with like a beetle. Not like a plastic one, but like a real one. 11th Doctor from Series 5. Even though lately I've seen a lot of fans have suddenly decided they hate the 11th Doctor, he was for a while like the face of Doctor Who. When I wrote this down as like 11th Doctor in brackets Series 5, but I've changed my mind. I think, yes, the doll itself would be like 11th Doctor in his Series 5 outfit, but you would also include like the other green coat and like a Stetson and like a fez and everything, so you could kind of switch it out. And then his outfit from like Series 7B, you would just like sell as a different doll. I fucking hate that green coat so bad. Rory Williams within his outfit from the Vampires of Venice. I think a cute detail would also be like, because he has like the Rory and Amy Love Heart shirt, if the graphic was redone to be like the doll versions of them, that would be really cute. I also have a vision where you could like have this one be part of like a set with like the 11th Doctor, and in the set is like a cake where the play feature is that like you press a button and then the 11th Doctor like springs out of the cake. I think that would be fun. Clara Oswald from Face the Raven. When it comes to like doll lines, typically when they get to like the third or fourth wave, they start like re-releasing Wave 1 dolls in like alternative outfits, and Clara Oswald has some of the most recognizable outfits, so it makes sense to do her Face the Raven outfit. Naturally, this one would come with like the play feature where like you have like a little raven and you just like move it along on like a transparent thing. It could be packaged with like a 12th Doctor and like you squeeze him and he cries. It's so fucked up. Ace in her Remembrance of the Daleks outfit. You could also sell like little patches and like pins and stuff that little girls can like attach to their own clothes. The more overtly political, the better. I want to see little girls wearing communist badges. And Polly and Ben in their outfits from the 10th Planet, and the only way you can purchase them is if you buy them together in a 2-pack. If Ben and Polly have to share a Wikipedia page, they have to share everything else too. They could do like a 5th Doctor's Companions doll line set with like Tegan, Nyssa, and Adric, and it's the only way you can actually get your hands on an Adric doll. Like Tegan and Nyssa sell as individual dolls, but Adric only comes in the 3-pack. Bonus points if he is packaged with Tegan and Nyssa dolls that are already sold on their own with those exact same outfits and head sculpt and everything. Sylvester McCoy in the 6th Doctor's outfit wearing a Colin Baker wig. The shittier the wig looks, the better. Anyway, that's the list. Obviously, I would imagine eventually every companion would get their own doll, but if I run through every single individual companion and their costuming possibilities, I would be here for 50 years.